Hello people, this is the second part of the homemade engine talk around videos, and as I promised you, I was going to show you a second part of starting and running and operation of the engine, and this is that part. So I think first I'm gonna start the engine and then I'm gonna grab the camera and show you a little bit around. And the engine is now warmed up. It is sometimes a little difficult to start when it's cold because the carburetor is so bad, but actually this time it started very easily. But if you want to, I might give another video about a cold start, but when it's warmed up it really starts and runs very nice, as you can see now. And you may want to observe the oil pressure meter or the manometer, which is right here when starting. And also I have these temperature gauges. This is the temperature of the cylinder head, and this is the temperature of the oil in the oil pan. And well, maybe while it's still quiet now that the engine isn't running, I can show you the controls, which are very, very simple. This is ignition, it's now off, now it's on. And here's the throttle. This is idle, and the C line here is for cold start when you have the choke on. And I start this so that I give it full choke. Well, the choke is only on and off model in this carburetor. And what's also bad is that you can only get the choke off when you have the throttle in full. So how I start this, I put this in the cold position, which I have found to be the best throttle position for cold starting. And I let it run with choke on at this speed as long as it runs, and when it dies I will set off the choke and run it here in the second line. And when it warms up, I will slightly and slowly decrease the throttle until it wants to idle. And this one right here is for the gauges. For the temperature gauges, as you can see, I have two more holes in here, which will be for current and voltage. I already have the meters, but I haven't installed them yet. So when you switch this on, the gauges come on, and the light also comes on. So, and this is for the charging, for the alternator I mean. And it's supposed to work exactly the same way as in a car. So when the engine is stopped and the key is turned, and this now is the key, the battery light comes on or the charging light comes on, and when you start the engine, a few seconds later this light shuts down. And this is exactly how it's supposed to work here. But the problem is that this light is not powerful enough. It's only a single watt lamp, so it's not providing enough current to the alternator itself to start loading the battery. So it's not working at the moment actually. So I have to bypass this whole system right at the alternator itself. But I will change a more powerful lamp in here, light, so then it should work. Okay, and not sure if I have shown you the starting system, which is a drill, electric drill, and this is very genius. It's one end of a ratchet socket wrench. This was also invented by a friend of mine, and this is so great and so simple. It works just perfect. So it's a 17mm socket, and there's a 17mm hard bolt at the end of the crankshaft, which I use to start the engine. So, okay, I think we are ready to start. Let's switch on the gauges and keep our eye on the oil pressure meter. Okay, I think now we will start. Just like that. Now I'm gonna show you around. I think it runs very freely and nicely and without any excessive noises. By the way, electric fuse. I think someday I will attach some type of a fan at the end of other end of the camshaft right here for some extra cooling. Because the main problem with the engine now is that it's not cooling itself enough. The oil pressure is a little over 4 bars, and the temperature at cylinder head is a little bit over 50 degrees, and the oil temperature is a little bit lower than 50 degrees. Okay, let's give it some juice. When I flip this switch, it should start charging, but I think it doesn't. Let's see. No, the light just comes on, but there's not enough current going through it. So this is my tool for bypassing that lamp and switch system. Whoops, not enough throttle. Okay, I restarted it. the alternator is requiring so much power that the idle speed isn't quite enough, at least to start charging. So let's increase the throttle just a tiny bit. That's enough. Okay. And now the charging light went off. And once it starts charging, you cannot stop it. So, now this is making electric power. It will almost run at idle speed, but not quite. Okay, let me find something to load the engine with. Shutting off now. Okay, right here I have a sanding machine with 450 watt electric motor, so it should put some pretty nice load on the motor. What's nice that it will actually run this drill. So, and also the inverter is powerful enough to start to drive this drill. And what that means is that I can start this thing up with no helping power from anything but the battery and the inverter and the motor itself. So, but it's putting so much stress on the engine that I want to demonstrate with a smaller load first. So, let's start up and see if we can get any loading on the engine. Okay, need some more RPM. You can actually see the belt tightening. Okay, I guess that's enough. So, if there's anything else you would like to see, please let me know, or any questions about the engine I would like to answer. And thanks for the comments on the last video and likes and everything. They really make me happy. So, I think this is all for now. Until the next video, which is gonna be again on the wheel hub. I'm gonna go now to machine it, but I don't know if I have time today to edit the video. But I think tomorrow it will come out, if not earlier. Okay, thanks for watching and see you again. Bye.